Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So I hope you're all well. I'm here today because I thought, let me just get, we would make a box for the jewellery that I have made. Now, most of this jewellery, so I made the necklace here on my main channel, but the rest of the jewellery I have made over on Shiny Silver Creates, because that is what that other channel is for. So oh, I've lost one of the earwires. So one video is making the bracelet, and one video is making all of these earrings. So when I did my collab with our lovely Claire in February, it was to make jewellery and a box for it to go in, and part of it didn't record, and I was absolutely gutted because I was so proud of myself that I managed to get make it with an insert. Right, there we go, all fixed. Yeah, to make it into I put an insert in, so it looked really pretty. So I said I would come back on and do it. So because I knew I was doing this, and also I got a new glue pot. So this is over on Shiny Silver Creates as well. I made this in an embellishment tray, but my embellishment tray is over there. I should have really used it instead of this pot, but yeah. So we do have a new glue pot for the table, which I'm super excited about. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some cardstock. I think this is about 200 GSM, which will be fine. So I've got this gorgeous floral pages for the box. Now these came from a charity shop. It's just what I had in my stash. And then for the insert, we're just going to use this piece, but I'm going to use the reverse side, so it's just green. I just thought the colours went beautifully with the jewellery. Now, we need to work out the sizing of our jewellery, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the jewellery on my board how I want it to be. So how I want it to look, and I think that, because what I'm going to do, this is actually going to be unclipped and it's just going to go in there like that, and I want enough room to have all three lots of earrings, because this set I would like to keep it together. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm just making sure that that is big enough, and I think maybe just a touch more. So yeah, right, so this is how big I am wanting my box to be. So I'm looking at 5 inches by 4.5. So that's the size of box that I'm wanting. So let me grab, I'm actually going to grab a pencil and my rubber, because yeah, actually, is that a piece of paper? Yeah, we can draw on the back of that. Right, so my box I'm wanting, so we want it 5 inches by 4.5 inches. I mean, if you wanted to, you could make it just 5 by 5, which actually I'm thinking maybe, yeah, should we do 5 by 5? So let's just do 5 by 5. It just makes life easier. So let's draw our box. So this is a 5 by 5. Okay, so the two sides. Now for the depth, I'm only wanting 1 inch. So let's pop our sides on, because you always want to put your sides on. Okay, and we're just going to put 1 inch on each of the sides. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add that up. So really simple maths. 1 plus 5 plus 1 equals 7, which means 1 plus 5 plus 1 equals 7. So we want a 7 by 7 inch box. Now for the lid, all you have to do is add 1/8 of an inch on. That is it. So for the lid, we want a piece that is 7 1/8 by 7 1/8 of an inch. We score, so you're going to score 1 inch on all 4 sides. Simple as that. And that's how I work out my box. Now for this inner bit, that I want to make. So this is where it's going to get a bit complicated. So I want to put an inner bit in. I want that 1/8 of an inch smaller. Okay, so I want 4, so the square bit needs to be 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. So let me just draw my piece in the middle. Now for the height, I don't want it to be an inch. I only want it to be 1/2 an inch. Okay, so let's put our measurements in there and you will see when we do it. So 1 7/8 by 1/2 an inch. Okay, 1 7/8, 1/2 an inch and 1/2 an inch, because we don't want it to go right to the top, but we do want room for those beads to sit. 1/2 an inch will be more than enough for that, but you also need room underneath. We're going to put, because we're going to put a cut there and a, well, we're actually going to put 2 quite long cuts in with a hole there and a hole there. And you'll see why that's, oh, you can't really see it, hang on, I didn't realise it wasn't showing up. Right, so for the insert it's going to be 4 7/8. We're going to end up with a slit down 2 of the corners with 4 holes, and that's so our jewellery can sit in. And then you're going to end up with 6 little dot marks where our earrings are going to sit. So that's what we're going to do. So for this piece, I know that I need to cut a piece that's 1/2 an inch plus 4 7/8 of an inch plus 1/2 an inch. So if you're not sure at all on how to work this, get your scoreboard. And what so I know that that one and that one is an inch, so you can always do it on your scoreboard. So there's 1/2 an inch. Now if you count between the 0 and the 1, there is 8 sections. So we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Oh, hang on, yeah, I've just done that. We're not even on the scoreboard. Right, okay, let's do that again. So on your scoreboard we've got, there's our inch, so we've got 8 marks. We've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Every one of these marks is 1/8 of an inch. Okay, now the bit in between here, so there and there, that's 1/16 of an inch. So we're just working on 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so I know that my box needs to be 1/2 an inch, so there's our 1/2 an inch by 4 7/8. So we're just going to count 4 inches. 1 2 3, there's our 4. Now we want 7/8, so we're just going to count 7 of these. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So that is our mark, and then we want 1/2 an inch. So 1/2 an inch we know is 4. 1 2 3 4. So the paper that we want squared is going to be 5 7/8 of an inch. I just rub that out. So if you want to work it out using your scoreboard, because it can be quite confusing doing 1/8 of an inch and 1/16, a quarter of an inch and so on, use your scoreboard. So 1/8 of an inch is literally this bit here. So that bit there, that is your 1/8 of an inch, and that's all you need to add on or subtract when doing your boxes. So when you do your box, you just need to add on this tiny little section here onto your box. I hope that's making sense. I hope that makes sense to you all. So let me just rub that out. Okay, because yeah, we don't want it on there. Right, okay, so now I have got my measurements on my paper. I'm going to move that out the way, and I'm going to grab my 12 by 12 trimmer first. Okay, and I am going to cut myself a piece that is 7 by 7. So let's put this in, because we need our extender in. So we need a piece that is 7 inches, okay, by 7 inches. I'm not going to have too much design on this, on the bottom bit, because this is the bottom. Now for the top, I want to make sure I've got it all pretty. So for the top, I know I need 7 1/8. So on my board here, on my Tim Holtz thing, you can see where the 1/16 of an inch is. So actually I'll use this. So between the between this is your inch, you've got 16 of these. Okay, so you've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So we've got 16 pieces between this 9. So the 9s are all the long bits, half inches here. So when you're working with a board like this, 1/8 of an inch is actually 2 marks. So we're going to cut a piece now at 7 1/8 of an inch. So there's my 7. So I'm just going to go 2 over. There's my 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so it depends on your what you sort of let me just zoom back out again. Yeah, it depends on your what sort of trimmer you've got, whether it's got 1/16 of an inch on, whether or not, like my scoreboard only has up to like 1/8 of an inch, whereas my trimmer has 1/16 of an inch. So I want to choose, I think I want that bit for my top. So I'm going to cut 7 1/8 of an inch by 7 1/8 of an inch, like that. So that is my base. And that is my lid. Then we're going to do the insert, which we know needs to be 5 7/8. So I'm just going to cut a piece that is 5 7/8 by 5. Make sure that, have I got that right? Yeah. No. 1 second. 6. Yeah, there we go. I thought I was doing it. So that's 5. I mean, I could have either side really. So 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. And that is the insert for our box. So that's all the cutting that we need to do. Okay. So I'm just going to get rid of my trimmer because we don't need it. And we're going to bring back the scoreboard. Now, for the insert of our box, what we're going to do is we're going to score on all 4 corners 1/2 inch, because that's what the height we have determined. So let's score 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, so that is your insert for the box. So and that's all ready to go. Then on our lid and on our base, we're going to score 1 inch on every side. So 1 inch on all 4 sides. And you're going to do that to the top and the bottom. Okay, so let's do that. So 1, turn it, and then 1. Okay, so that is all of our scoring done. Let's get rid of the scoreboard. We don't need that. And let's bring these in. So I'm just going to move these bits of paper because we don't need them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the insert. So we're going to burnish all of our edges like this. And what we're going to do, we're going to grab our scissors and we're going to cut a diagonal, like a triangle out. We're going to cut out a piece that takes that square out, and then we take a triangle out of each side. And that is so that when it sits in the box, it sits lovely. Okay, so we're just going to do that to all 4 sides, like this. Okay, then if you remember on the diagram, I said we need to cut in our corners. So I'm just going to cut about 1 inch down. Okay, maybe just a touch more. I'm going to come in with my hole punch, and I'm going to put a punch hole right at the bottom of that on both sides. Okay, And then I'm going to put another punch hole halfway up at that line. And like I said, you will see why in a moment. So that is that done. Okay, so that's what we've got. We then need to do the holes for our earrings, but we're going to leave that until we've put our jewellery on and the box is made. So next up, what you want to do is you want to then put together your box. So we're going to burnish all 4 sides, and then you're just going to cut on this side of the score line. So we're going to cut that score line out, and then you're going to cut at an angle. So you've got a bit of a slither out, and then you're going to take a little bit off this edge as well. You're going to do that to all 4 corners, and you're going to do it to both pieces of your box. Okay. So I'll just do these. Right, okay. Once you've done that, you're going to get your glue, and I'm hoping this isn't blocked. I don't think it is. No. Excellent. We're going to get our glue, and we're just going to glue those tabs on. So this is actually the lid that I'm working on first, because it's the first one that I picked up. Okay. So there's one. And you just want to give time for that glue to take. Now if you want to use red liner tape or double-sided tape, then go for it. It all works. I just prefer glue. But yeah, use whatever adhesive you feel comfortable with. But if you are using glue, then just remember just to give it a few extra seconds just to take before going on to the next piece. Right, okay. There's the lid of our box. So I'm going to do the exact same thing to the base of our box. Okay, so let's do that. We're just going to burnish all those sides, and then we're going to cut out that score line and cut at an angle. The reason why we do this is so that this doesn't catch and doesn't make your box uneven. It just makes your life a lot easier. Okay, last bit. Right, and then we're going to glue this bit together. And once this bit's done, we can then start looking at attaching our jewellery to the insert. Okay. So just going to continue. Now this has got some embossing and glitter on it, so it is taking just a little, like a few extra seconds just to catch, but once it catches, your box isn't going to move. Okay, right, so that's the base done. So there's our box. Okay, and then this is our insert. So we're just going to check our insert. So when you're doing your insert, you want all of these bits, so they're pointing downwards, like so. And you're just checking, make sure, see what the fit is like. That fits perfectly. Like I said, 1/8 of an inch seems to be the right size to go down or up, depending upon what you need. So the first thing I want to attach is, actually the first thing we're going to attach is our bracelet, and that's going to go in this bottom circle. And I'm just going to have one bead behind on either side, and that's going to stop it from coming out. So as you can see, that's no longer going to come out of there. Now this will probably fall down, but hopefully. And then our necklace is going to sit in the back. Now there's a couple of things you can do. You can, if you want to, put a little bit of tape or something to keep that secure, or you can just leave it. Personally, I'm just going to leave it because, yeah, I don't think we need to do much to it. Now, I am going to grab, I'm actually going to use my tea towel for the next bit, just to protect my surface. It is a clean tea towel, so it's fresh in the studio today. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is open this up. Now that I've got my jewellery on this, we're going to work out where we want the earrings to go. So the centre's about here. So we're going to start off with the centre earrings. Okay, and then try and evenly space your dots. It depends on how many earring sets you're going to put in. But there we go. So that's what I've got. So that's how that's looking. Okay, so now I've done the holes, we're just going to move that. I'm then going to find my longest pair of earrings, which are these. And these are going to, so that could do with actually being a bit more down. They could have done with being a bit more up, but all is good. Let me just pop that in there. Okay, so we just move that down. And then we're just going to pop our earrings in. Okay. So there's the first set. And then we're going to put the other earrings on either side of our bracelet. Okay. And there we go. So on there and on there. Right, so that's our piece. We're going to get the base of our box. Now this is where I need to sort out the necklace again. You can put, sorry, I'll put that back on in a minute. You can put like a strip of glue, or not glue, sorry, tape, some washi tape, just to hold it in place if you wish to as well. That is something that you can do. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Okay, like so. And then I'm going to move these up because that's just going to, it makes my life easier at being in its box. Okay, so there's the necklace. And then we're going to pop our bracelet in. And I think I'm going to have it as we had it before with one beading, because that just made a massive difference. Okay, and we just cope with the fact that the earrings are, yeah, there we go. So that's gonna bug me. Right, hang on. You up there. It's just, there we go. That's better. Yeah, those earrings are bugging me. They need to be like right up at the top. So I should have checked that. I'm gonna make a new insert. I'm sorry, the earrings are just bugging me. So I'm going to show you how to do it again. And I'm thinking as well, so actually let's do it on here. What I'm thinking is actually bringing in, doing this side as well, like this. So just have one lot of holes at the top, one lot of holes at the bottom. Okay, have the bracelet at the bottom, like this, so that it's, you know, obviously I'll put it centered. Okay, so the bracelet goes across like that. Then we have the necklace going across like that. Oh, that is so much better actually. Yeah, I still need to do another one because that just looks untidy with the but yeah, how much better does that look with the bracelet going across the bottom? And then if I hadn't have done that, this would have been perfect. Okay. Oh, look at that. Right, so this is going to be my template. So you can have a little play. When I worked out how to do it, I'd only done it with a bracelet. So whereas I'm really liking how this set now looks. How gorgeous does that look? So I now know that this is what I want to do. So really easily, that's just about the right size. So that's the other bit. What's the measurement? 5 7/8. Okay, so let's cut that down, and that bit should be 5 7/8. It is. Okay, so I'm going to redo it exactly how that looks on there, because I just think that looks lovely. So yeah, definitely have your bits separate. So And like I said, I'm going to keep, well, I haven't said it yet, but I'm going to keep everything, all my mistakes in, just so that you can see, you know, how I've managed to sort of work it. So instead of completely wasting that piece of cardstock, I've had a look at the design, and then I've worked out, right, okay, how can I better the design? So it's never a waste of time. If, you know, if you've done something wrong, that's not a waste, that's just you learning. So yeah, and it also gives you an idea of what you need to do as well. So right, because I know exactly where everything needs to be, I am going to put my holes in for my earrings. Okay, just like this. Right, and then I'm just going to snip down there here about 1/2 inch, and we're going to do that on every corner. And then at the bottom of that, you're going to put, just use your hole punch and do a circle and cut out a hole, sorry. Okay, like that. Okay, let me move this out of the way and all these scrappy bits. I mean, you can burn it, it's probably easier to burnish your things at first, but yeah. You can do either way. So now that that's done, I know exactly how that needs to be. So I'm going to work out which is my middle. So I want that one to that one covered. So I'm just going to pop that one through there. Okay. And I'm going to pop that one through there. So that is the bracelet done. So now the necklace. And the necklace is just going to slot through here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to connect the necklace and the bracelet together. Just like this. For the simple reason, it's going to keep everything in place. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to get the base and I'm going to pop that in, and then I'm just going to transfer my earrings over. Okay, so let's do that. I'm just going to make sure they're all in properly. And there you have it. There is a really nice gift box to which you can gift out to to anyone really. I mean, I've just put that in the lid, you silly plonker. Right, let's put that in here. Oh, there we go. Doesn't that look so pretty? Yeah, so now there you have it. The only other thing I would do when gifting this out is I will put some tissue paper over the jewellery just to stop it moving. But yeah, how pretty is that? And then you can decorate that up as much as you want. So yes, I hope this video has been very useful for you guys, especially anyone who is making jewellery for gifts for Christmas, if you're following along with Claire and I. So yeah, hopefully guys this will help with that, because you don't need to go out and buy boxes or anything like that. You can literally just make it your own. We have so much cardstock in our stash that, you know what, why shouldn't we make our own? That is it for today guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you do want to see how I made the jewellery, the necklace video is on this channel, and the bracelet and the earrings are over on Shiny Silver Creates. Links are in the description box below. But that is it for today guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye.